Today on Running to Him.
We need to reach out to God with our needs and express our devotion, and He will deliver us. Today we will read Mark chapters 5 and 6 and concentrate on chapter 5, verses 25 through 29. Mark 5:25 through 29 says, "A woman who had a hemorrhage for 12 years and had endured much at the hands of many physicians and had spent all that she had and was not helped at all, but rather had grown worse. After hearing about Jesus, she came up into the crowd behind him and touched his cloak. For she thought, if I just touch his garments, I will get well. And immediately the flow of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of her affliction." Well, many of us have experienced or seen God heal. Each time it is a special event that brings the heart to a special place. Today's story elicits such a response, and after reading this sermon from a man by the name of Peter Chrysologos, and he lived in 380 to 450 AD, I had to share it with you. No seas were ever so troubled by the ebb and flow of the tide as the mind of this woman, pulled to and fro by the sway of her thoughts. After all the hopeless striving of the physicians, after all of her outlay of useless remedies, after all the usual but useless treatment, when skill and experience had long failed, all her substance was gone. This was not by chance, but divinely ordered, that she might be healed solely through faith and humility, whom human knowledge had failed through so many years. At a little distance apart from him stood this woman, whom nature had filled with modesty, whom the law had declared unclean, saying of her, "She shall be unclean, and shall touch no holy thing." She fears to touch, lest she incur the anger of the religious leaders or the condemnation of the law. For the fear of being talked about, she dares not speak, lest she embarrass those about her, lest she offend their ears. Through the many years her body has been the arena of suffering, and every day unceasing pain she can endure no more. The Lord is passing by so quickly. The time is short to think of what she must do, aware that the healing is not given to the silent, nor to the one who hides her pain. In the midst of her conflicting thoughts, she sees a way, her sole way of salvation. She would secure her health by stealth, and taking in silence what she dares not ask for, guarding her respect and modesty. She who feels unworthy in her body draws near in the heart to the physician, and in faith she touches God, and with her hand she touches his garment, knowing that both healing and forgiveness may be bestowed on this stratagem, undertaken due to the demands of modesty, and not as she otherwise would have preferred. She knew the gain she sought by stealth would cause no loss to him from whom she took it. In an instant, faith cures where human skill had failed through 12 years. We need to recognize the fact that God, through Christ, will and does work in our lives. We need to reach out to him and express our devotion and our need, and he will deliver us.
Thank you for listening. We pray that today's devotion was meaningful to you. We would love to hear from you. You can use either Facebook or YouTube to like, subscribe, share, and tell others about us. If you would like to contact us, you can reach me at phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.